Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 87 of Ranman Parked, the show where the ads are made up and the cars don't matter. With your hosts, Konadger, myself, ZK, and Kurt J. Mack, in a random order that makes no sense. Hi.
Hi.
I'm third.
Congratulations on being third. And we're a week late. One of the rare missed weeks of Ranman Parked in the 88 episodes that we've done this, even though this is episode 87.
The streak is over.
I think the streak was already over.
Oh.
Yeah, I think this is our third.
That sounds right. Sure.
Something like that.
This one's for a good reason though, because I done did go back to being Cone Dodger 240. So like go back a video on YouTube. Can you do? Is that a thing you can do? Not really. I don't think you can just like go.
Maybe if you put it in a playlist, but you'd have to put it in the playlist with the random parked and
Just go watch that video, okay? Because we went back to autocrossing, so that's why I'm late. But that's here nor there because we're here now, and we have breaking news.
Wa-ta-ta-ta-ta-na-na.
ZK is breaking stuff.
So this is I guess you peaked it. You ever had a automatic transmission be in both drive and reverse?
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, that's what's going on here.
Does it work like an arcade racing game where if like, if you hold the gas pedal down, you go forward, but if you hold the brake down, you go backwards?
For fear of breaking things, this was not driven more than like out down the driveway to
Also, this has to be a Lexus, but like what's up with the low 234? Is this a 5-speed or
it is a 5-speed.
Oh,
It is
okay.
so this is my buddy Brent's SC400. His is a 98, which is like after they refreshed it. And I talked him into getting that one because it had a 5-speed instead of the earlier 4 speeds.
Nice.
And it makes a huge difference.
And you can basically shift it between every gear.
Yes. That's where the fifth speed is.
But so it did this to him, and he got a ride to work and he came back and it stopped doing it. I'm like, I don't know what that was because it also drove like it was in forward and reverse at the same
Ooh.
time. Yeah,
I
it was.
thought it would just be a light thing.
Yeah.
No, it is not just a light. It's like an electronic controlled transmission. So what it says on the dash is what it's trying to do. It was not happy.
Gross.
It's like a tank where it's just going to be spinning in circles.
So I was like,
just
okay, if
want to floor it and see what happens.
if he hadn't just gotten the transmission rebuilt,
Yeah.
so it started working, and I was like, when he came, like the next day, and I was like, just drive it to my house and drop it off. Take the Roadmaster. We'll figure this out later. At least it's here. We don't have to tow it here.
Mm-hmm.
And I do some research, and so this is the little switch that sits on the side of the transmission where the gear shifter goes, and it basically just tells it what gear, like what physical position is. I'm
You
like,
say
okay,
little
well,
switch.
Okay, well, it's
Why?
about 2.5 inches across, but
Is this program sponsored by Dickies?
don't look at my little dickies down there.
I think that's a full Dickies. Don't worry. I have a little Dickies too.
Anyway, I was like, because I did see it like fade out once. I was like, oh, that's a weird electrical connection, and it looks like there's some corrosion and stuff in here. The car did at one point go through like floodwaters.
Well, I mean, where is it?
Exactly. So I was like, I did research. I was like, okay, let me just take this apart, take a look at it, clean it up. So I cleaned it up and put all the grease and stuff back in it and installed it and did the same exact thing. I take it back out, open it again, and I'm like, what the hell? And I look at the car, and oh yeah, the wires are just touching each other. So
Is this like a rubbing injury? Is this a
so
rat?
I think this is a old wiring. It's just like it's 20-something years old at this point.
Yeah.
And that I hate the shop that rebuilt the transmission
Oh,
'Cause
maybe
they've had it
they.
in and out like 3 times, and maybe it rubbed,
Yeah.
or
They probably like shoved that wire up somewhere and it chafed.
yeah, or that like maybe the insulation is just old and it like just flexing it enough cracked it off.
Maybe.
But and I don't have pictures of it, but I also replaced or he helped me, but we replaced the shocks, the rear shock yesterday, and I have a whole bucket of parts for that car because the suspension is trashed.
Trashed. I was
I
recently.
had that little video in Discord that I posted with the front bushings that are completely gone.
Did you know we have a Discord? Did you know you could be on the Discord for $1 a month on Patreon? Did you know we talk about a bunch of worthless stuff like this all the time on there? Now you know. I was up at Googe recently, and his grandmother had a 90, we'll say 99 Taurus. You know the ones, the bubbles, the like, it's a bubble on wheels. It has like seriously less than 50,000 miles on it, maybe even like significantly less than that. And I swear every piece on this car is broken. Like, I can move the wheels forward, back. I can move them in and out, and I can move them left and right. Significant amounts. It's incredible how broken that automobile is, just from not being used and from being a Ford Taurus.
The Lexus, it's weird because like every part on that doesn't exist anymore, or is $400. But that's because they never made spare parts for them because they took 20 years to break. Like all the
Just
parts
like
on there
us.
are actually really nice, and like nothing is ever seized, or like everything's painted. We just like cleaned the dirt off the springs, and they're like perfect. So it's been weird.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
there's a lot of
I think
work
it's also
on
just
that.
one of those cases where like we don't realize how old that stuff is now.
Yeah. It's like, oh, that's like a new Lexus. It's
Yeah.
like, no, bro.
Did I mention this last time that the Audi is as old now to me as the 240 was when I bought it? That's one of those things that just hurts me real bad. Kurt, what's hurt you lately?
Deck
Yeah,
repair.
you've just been messing with your deck.
Just been messing with my deck.
Thank God you're not a New Zealander. Nothing with the cars. No hearse. No.
I have not been messing. The Datsun is just, now that it's hidden behind the hearse, it's kind of like just lives there. But I mean, the girlfriend's been doing a lot of stuff on the hearse. She went camping in it in the first time,
Excellent.
and then she's camping now for school in it, and it apparently was a big hit.
I'm sure.
It seems to work fine so far.
Well, that's great.
It is great. Although I can't figure out, we got a little speedometer, the little digital GPS speedometer, but I don't think the cigarette lighter works. And I changed the fuse, and
Right.
I might have to like look at the wiring, or maybe it's like a
I wonder if
Japanese cigarette lighter. I don't know. That doesn't work with our stuff.
I wonder if they just spliced into that to power the stuff in the back at some point.
Yeah.
No, because that was definitely direct to the
Battery.
Yeah, that was a cable we've removed. So not
Don't know.
sure.
Not
We'll
sure.
figure it out.
We'll figure out some ads too, because this is the show about ads. Hey, how about a 1979 Trans Am? It's a T-top, which apparently is short for treetop. It's a
It's like
collection.
an I top now. Is it like a a Q top?
Love the tree growing up just like directly through the engine bay as well. This is a collection of real sad late 70s, early 80s Trans Ams, which were real sad themselves.
Yeah.
So it's a 79 Y84, which is a 403 auto. So, you know, a 403 cubic inch, 100 horsepower car. Then there's an 80 Trans Am Turbo, which was also a WS6, and an 81 Turbo Trans Am hardtop. One of these cars has a title. So out of this mess for $3,000, do you think a car exists?
Haven't seen a hood yet. Oh, there's
yep.
one of the center block.
Yep, there you go. There's your hood.
There's some wheels. Those wheels don't look bad.
This thing got really messed up.
Also, this proves that Chevys don't make good fertilizer.
Yeah. Hey. Pontiac.
Mm-hmm.
But no, apparently this thing is toxic. Like, that is just absolute death around this thing. More cinder blocks. Some interior in this one. Do you know much about the deal with the Turbo Trans Am? Because I don't know anything about them. I have to watch some more Bobby the
Are
Bonnie.
they
I mean, Steve
actually
Mignante.
turbo, or is it just the name?
No, they're turbo.
They are?
Yeah,
Okay.
they are turbo, but I know very, very little.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean,
haven't
it's
seen the
early
engine
'80s,
either.
so there's no engines in any of them. It's just a real sad group that just
Makes the show.
yeah, yeah, yeah. None of the cars run. 2 are shells, some interior. All have been sitting for 6 to 8 years in the weather. 6 to 8
Okay.
years.
Which of the cars do you most identify with? Personally, I identify with the white one.
I don't think I'm quite the white one. This one I feel particularly drawn to. Like the bones are still
Missing
there,
some important structural supports.
but the front end's just hanging on by the skin of its teeth. Like, if that one fender goes, the whole thing falls apart. Yeah. Just a sad, sad group. It's us. It's Kurt.
It's me. Well, I've been looking for a pickup truck.
For
Did you buy one?
longer than you usually go without buying something.
True, very true. I'm gonna have to wait a little bit longer
Oh, God.
because this 1991 Mazda B2200 for only $600. They hate selling that truck. Which truck? That truck.
That truck.
They'd rather have sold all their other cars first, but they're going out of state, can't bring them. It overheated one day, and it hasn't been touched since. Definitely a project. You think that door is broken? No, that's on purpose. It has suicide doors. It's dropped 2 inches off the ground.
Why is the rear
tipped
wheel
out.
pointing very wrong?
Dance Nation. They were going to put a 350 in it. Sad face.
Sad face.
Yeah, I thought that was like they had to be extracted the jaws of life, but that was intentional. Those
Yeah,
are
Just mini truck things.
That was a thing for a while.
not factory, you might be surprised to learn.
No. Wait, go back.
Supported by a cinder block.
Sorry, that's really funny.
Structurally sound. It works.
What's that bumper sticker say? I heart
Beaters, I believe.
sneakers.
I heart beaters, I think. Let's say
Haters.
that's what it is.
Precious.
Haters, okay. Oh boy.
This one opens all the way.
No brick needed.
That's weird. I don't think I've seen this on a pickup truck.
Good for you.
Oh, you gotta get deep into the mini truck stuff.
Yeah.
This ain't
Is
nothing.
Mini Truckin' still around, like the magazine?
I don't think the magazine is, but there's been a slight resurgence.
I'm looking it up. Mini
You know
I don't
what
think
they're
I've ever
fans
read-
of.
Yeah. Rockstar Energy.
Yep, that's it.
It took me a minute. I'm like, why just porn? Then, yeah.
Yeah.
Magazine. Oh,
Does it come with a
and
box
I'm
here's
man
glad I'm
and a
not
tent?
looking up.
You can get a tent. There's a tent in the back. You can pitch a tent.
Womp womp.
Got an air filter.
That air filter does not belong to this truck.
2019, Mini Truckin' died.
Yeah.
Whew. Gross.
I think I'm gonna
Kurt.
pass on that one, guys. I think I'm gonna pass on that
I don't
one.
think that's the one. I don't think that's it.
Okay. So speaking of making one from Mini,
Right.
what about 2 Opel GTs, $4,500?
This
I
is
have a.
this is
I've got a 73 and a 72 Buick Opel GT for sale. Blue GT doesn't drive, but it does turn on. Yellow one, some surface rust, but I think engine does turn over. Yeah, so sell them as a pair, $4,500 for both.
Okay.
And
Tell me more. Wait, who's in the background here?
what?
Is it a golf cart or?
Yeah, it's one of those weird
Those
Okay.
gem
those-
things, electric.
Yeah. And they're at a stadium?
Yeah, where are we right now?
Is this like grounds of like a high school football
Yeah,
field?
it does look like that. I wonder if these were like purchased for the high school shop project or something and then didn't get used.
Maybe. But like the blue one's complete. I think one of them has a title and the other doesn't, or something where you could combine them.
I gotta say,
I think the yellow one was parts to fix the blue one.
one of the cutest engines. Like, it's a really just. There's something real stylish about the engine, isn't there?
Does it remind you of a single cam KA?
Oh, maybe that's why it gives me those vibes.
Got maternal instincts around it.
Yeah. No, I just think it's very like sleek and smooth looking. Like it looks designed, not mechanical.
Also has the trash can air filter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the yellow one's rough, but like it has bits on it that you could probably steal.
I've been seeing a lot of one of these recently because one of the prolific members of the local autocross community is autocrossing one of these.
Finger.
It's very slow, but it's a hoot. Oh, it has twin pipes.
Yeah, I for whatever reason I assumed these were fiberglass, but clearly they're not.
They are not. They do give you the appearance of being fiberglass, but they are steel. And they do
I think this
rust.
is really nice, and if I had the space and time and everything, it's like these are cool.
I think my dream for one of these would be to do that LNF like Ecotech turbo engine.
Yeah,
I think that would be really cool in one of these.
K swap.
Okay, swap. Can be a little unique. But yeah, I realize it has twin pipes out the back, and it's the one that autocrosses has twin side pipes, and I'm like, why twin? Well, hi microphone. Why twin side pipes on a 4-cylinder like an inline 4? That doesn't make any sense. But maybe they actually had like some kind of weird twin exhaust from the factory. That's a battery place.
Yeah, I think the listing said like, oh yeah, I cobbled a battery holder together.
A battery holder.
But in front of the radiator.
Got to keep that battery cool.
This one also has twin pipes,
Yeah,
but in a
it's
different
been
spot.
their factory style. I think they're
Cool
neat.
split bumpers, like
Apparently-
they're.
Go ahead. Just be you.
I was just gonna say like they're like cool in the way that like MGBs are, but without all that baggage.
Sure. Different baggage though.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, the yellow one's pretty.
No, don't look at the rust. Go back. I'm just to picture Kurt's legs in this place.
Oh yeah,
oh yeah.
no.
Not gonna happen.
It's probably more roomy than the cappuccino.
Maybe. They're tiny. They are very, very tiny. What I was gonna say is my dad was just talking about the fact that my grandfather was shopping for Opals when Opal was in the States, and my dad really wanted him to get a GT, but he ended up with a Cadet, which at the time would have been like the lame choice. But now the Cadets are more sought after than the GTs, which is interesting. Who knew?
Huh.
You should buy him, ZK. Just store them for a little while.
Yeah, like 10
And then-
or 20 years.
We'll get a trailer for the ramp truck, and or you just tow one here every time you visit.
Tear out your deck, and you'll have more parking.
Wait, is that why you tore out the deck?
Of course.
Ridiculous.
To connect, so now we can connect the two driveways and have like because we got two gates.
A sea of cars.
Oh, now you have like the cool, like those houses with the like wraparound driveway or the loop driveway. What do you call it? There's a name for that.
Yes.
Sure.
That we'll put a little water fountain in the middle. No, there's a big tree in the
yeah.
middle of ours.
Sure.
Okay.
Are you intrigued?
You're gonna have to explain some things. 'Cause I see
There's a lot of spark
a lot of
plugs.
spark plugs.
Here's one for the bucket list. It's a Buick Straight 8. A project with title and still has the Straight 8 in it. Straight 8, you say? They did exist in the roaring 30s and 40s, and I think they were pretty much dead by the 50s. Someone will correct me on that. But yeah, Straight 8s used to be a thing. Before you ask, yes, they do sound very goofy, and they do kind of sound like an inline six, like you would hope, or like an old slant six. You know, like they don't sound like some kind of exotic engine.
No,
But-
I think they kind of sound more like two inline fours versus like a
Right.
8 or something.
It's still freaking cool though.
Mm-hmm.
Just 8 cylinders going. Pop, 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 pop. And this is actually kind of a neat project car. Like it's just an empty shell waiting for you to do your Wreckfest to it.
It's mid-engined.
Sure, ZK, sure. Yes, a mid-engined inline.
It
8.
is. It is.
Yeah.
The whole engine's behind the front axles.
I know what the
Just
words.
like an S2000.
I know the words you're saying.
This is basically an S2000 of the 30s.
Okay. Suicide doors too. It's neat. Like it's got all the parts laying around. It's that kind of project. Whatever this wood thing is, I guess maybe was the seat.
I think it's probably stock.
Right.
Feet or the trunk that hangs
Maybe.
off the back.
Perhaps.
The actual
Perhaps.
trunk.
Yeah. But yeah, there's like a front clip and radiator. Like there's a lot of this thing still here. Fenders, just, you know, everything for this car is just strewn about. Obviously, this is a project that was blown apart so long ago that nobody remembers. But yeah, Straight 8. It's just one of those things that's always intrigued me so much. And $2,500 with a title.
Yeah, that part's crazy.
That's not a bad project start if you're looking for a big project, but I think it's pretty neat. Never tried to start it.
Start it. Yeah. It does look like someone like fixed it up enough to start it and then stopped.
Yeah, the engine
Like-
seems very obviously gone through to get the engine running.
Who knows how well it runs, but
I do enjoy the labeled spark plug wires because trying to keep track of 8 spark plug wires on one side of an engine is probably not fun.
so why did they just paint the rocker cover and like
Yeah.
did nothing else visual?
I mean, if you think about it, what's the coolest part of this car?
Fair.
Like you found this car and you were like, man, I want to see that thing run. And then you got it running and you're like, man, I don't want to fix the rest of this. The rest of this is boring.
Is that a weird axle tube thing in the back there?
Yeah, I did see that as well. I don't know what's going on. It's like
Is
a
that like
triangulated
just-
rear axle situation. For one
Maybe
of
it
these?
has mechanical brakes as opposed to pneumatic. I don't know.
Dang, look at Kurt busting out the knowledge.
Knowledge.
Yeah, this is obviously eras before we know anything about cars, but I would love to know more about it, and it is something that I would love to have to just tinker with. I just think they're so neat. I love that everybody kind of like, well, let me put it this way. Automation gets tons of requests all the time to add straight 8s. And people are always like, man, why don't they make straight 8s? just take a second and observe. Just observe what's going on here. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out why the straight 8 didn't stick around. I don't think there was anything more than that. I think 8 was the upper limit. I don't believe any production engine ever went more than inline 8.
no? I
They
don't
do
believe
exist,
so.
but only in like the industrial world.
I think they're
Yeah.
or V16s and stuff. which
Right.
Would be 2.8s, but yeah. I don't
What
know.
I'm
And a lot of
saying
times
is, let's go get to Audi inline 5s and make it inline 10.
Sure.
Let's do it. Okay.
Piece of cake.
That's next year's project, right? Just like Kurt.
All right. Just like me. Hey, I have a question to ask you.
Uh-oh.
You ever heard of Minecraft?
This is not your best find.
It's a 1988 Merkur XR4 Ti race car. It's a roller for $3,000. A V8, not a V10, but a V8 conversion engine mount kit is included.
No, okay, great.
It's ready. It's ready for a 4.6 Ford V8 transplant. The
They-
common conversion.
That's the common conversion to put a modular 4.6 in them, not a 5.0? Why? But why?
You'll have to reply to this ad.
How many Merkur XR4 Ti's have we had on this show?
Quite a few.
Quite a few. But none quite as Minecraft.
No,
I love
none.
the head gasket bolted to the rear end.
Ah, yeah. Head gasket?
Okay, so it is a Lemons car, or at least it has. Lemons.
Yeah, I assume
Oh,
Lemons
yeah.
or a
It feels,
gambler.
yeah, very Lemons or Gambler or Chump Car, Champ Car. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Nice seat.
It's a nice seat
Yeah.
you got there.
How much do they want for it?
3,000.
That's for the cage in the seat.
Yeah.
That's
If that like fire suppression stuff's up to date, then yeah.
yeah.
I
And
mean,
that paint job.
and the livery, come on. I would love to go like look at this and ask about it and be like, yeah, the Minecraft paint job, that's pretty cool. And then they'd be like, what's Minecraft?
What's Minecraft? Although I do see on the hood ornament.
Oh,
It's definitely like a Steve
no.
head on something disturbing.
Okay, so they know too much.
They know too much.
I also appreciate the front bumper is mostly duct tape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. ZK's favorite kind of wheels too.
Yes.
I guess
Why?
that's
Gem.
I guess that's 5
Um,
by 114 and 5 by 100 next to each other.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Oh, that you're talking about the style, not the.
The style as well. The style is
Yeah,
right up your alley.
This is
so.
a 4 and a 5 pattern.
Mhm.
They're either 114 or they might have been 108s in this era.
But they're
Or
very
stupid.
these wheels are very like the ones you find in the catalog at the tire store, you know.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
They're great.
Spare
Yay.
no expense.
Yeah.
So Kurt, you're looking for trucks, right?
Yes, go on. I'm interested.
What about a 2003 Chevy Tracker 2-door 4-cylinder 4x4 5-speed manual?
You know, it wouldn't be a good truck, but it'd be a good take Juno to the park car.
She could have the wind in her hair.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Up for sale is my summer toy. These are getting harder and harder to find. It is a 4x4 5-speed combo. Cold AC, great interior, frame is solid, slight rust. Perfect off-road toy or beach buggy or RV tow behind Toad.
Toad.
See? It's
Toad.
a thing. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
I do have the rear portion of the soft top. Only the back window needs to be replaced. So
Mm. Well, I mean, luckily the weather in the Pacific Northwest is just always sunny and perfect, so
Mm-hmm.
not an issue.
And I believe this is actually body on frame. Yeah. So it has a little bit of rocker rust, but that's not like structural.
You say
It
body
is a lot
on
of rust for something
frame.
down here. Probably, they probably took it to the beach a lot, I would have to guess.
Or it just came from up north.
Yeah.
Phew. Basic everywhere.
Yeah, but
Armrests.
nice. Armrests, like, has carpet still. They didn't just gut everything and rhino line it.
Yeah.
You got a 5-speed and a 4x4 selector. It's cute.
It's cute. It
Does
is
the-
cute.
I don't think it is a T-top type thing.
I think that's just like a little soft top tonneau cover thingy.
So,
Target top.
is it a Targa?
Yeah,
It
that's
looks to be like a. Yeah,
Do they
like
have Okay, because I thought they had door frames. Maybe I don't remember.
I think it does have a door frame, but you can take the top off, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look inside there.
Yep.
Okay.
So there'll be a frame around you, but the top will be open.
Okay.
So both
Oh,
I and Juno can have our wind through the hair.
Sorry.
And it's got a back seat.
What's so funny?
There's reflection loss, Kurt. I mean, it is a rare find, sure.
Yeah, there's actually not many of these left because they're Geos.
Right. Yep.
Also, from
is-
this angle, it looks like the front of like a S10 Blazer, and then the back just like fell off.
Yeah, they kept updating these. Well, mostly they updated them because Geo died, and they were like, "Well, let's just make it a Chevy." And none of the update parts ever like matched. They just kept updating the design, but never any of the other pieces around it.
Was Geo Daewoo, or was it Suzuki?
I thought it was. Oh, you just hurt me inside. I thought it was Isuzu.
Is it? Is it Isuzu?
Maybe it is Daewoo. But Daewoo still existed after this. I don't know, man. Now I'm all mixed up.
I'm always seeing. I mean, maybe they're rare around
Suzuki.
you guys, but I'm frequently seeing trackers
Yeah, I don't think
around these parts.
I don't really see them over here.
I don't either.
Maybe they're just a Pacific Northwest treasure. You know, that's just
Some of them with like the hard top backs and
Yeah, it's basically like a Suzuki Vitara.
oh, okay. So it's a Suzuki,
Yeah.
which isn't a bad thing.
No.
They're just very basic.
Dealer plates.
Gosh, the frame is just literally a piece of square stone.
Yeah. Better than what Chevy came up with. At least that looks fully boxed.
Little seatbelt holders are great.
Yeah.
Tracker. Well, Kurt. No, I was
Oh,
asking if you wanted a tracker.
oh, that it's not the first on my list. It would be nice. It would be
Okay.
fun.
All right. Well, if we can date when this was recorded, getting a Corvette is very important. All right. Nobody gets paid unless you get a Corvette. So let's all get Corvettes. This is a
I was very confused.
1995 Chevrolet Corvette C4 5-speed, which is one that it's one of my unicorns that I would really actually enjoy. I would actually want one of these. And I believe that joining me in this midlife crisis, I think your brother was slightly interested in these as well, ZK.
Yeah, he's mostly looking for a C3.
Right.
And those even came in less manuals.
Mhm.
This is what, technically a C4?
This is the last year C4,
Yeah.
which I think is a good C4. If you're going to get a C4, get the very last of them.
Yeah, so this had an LT4, right?
Right. So there's your engine. I mean, it's actually a very nice clean car for 10 grand.
Oh, look, it's a Roadmaster engine.
Sure is. This one did kind of catch me by surprise a little bit. I've always liked this. Even the non-digital one, this is the analog one, it's still a cool gauge cluster. I
Yeah,
guess
the
it's digital.
red
in the middle.
doesn't quite
Wait.
come
Oh,
through on the picture, but
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, where's the speed?
Yeah.
It's like there's a whole spot where it could have been on the right hand side.
The early ones were like
the different gauges.
completely digital. Like both panels on the sides were digital too. But they, it's a GM. They probably stopped working after 5 miles, so they've gone to the analog by this point.
That analog doesn't mean it works any better.
True.
If my Cavalier was any indication.
But it's actually a really nice, clean car for the age that it is. This is all in really good shape.
I'll just post this in Discord, but this is the one I'm trying to get my brother to buy.
But yeah, there were some real surprises in this one. Not the dog.
There
Not
you
the-
go.
They apparently have decided to go the Mustang route instead of the Corvette route. Good wheels too. Good. I think this
Yeah,
is just a
the-
good.
Wait, are these reversed? Okay, so they spin that way. What do they look like on the other side? Oh, that failed me. GM penny pinched again.
Yep. Yep. You're really gonna want to catch this one though.
Oh. What the heck? I think I've just been traumatized. Ah!
This is a picture from the ad. I don't know why, but this was the picture of the ad, by the way. Like, this is what
The
I clicked
opening.
on. And
And then you're like, oh, that's a nice Corvette, actually.
yeah, then I was like, oh, this is actually interesting. So I don't think that's a catfish, but all right.
Facebook things.
Yeah, just Facebook things.
All right, so I'm looking for a truck.
Mhm.
But if I
The
know
saga continues.
what I've uploaded already, I don't think anybody has ever asked for this.
Powers has.
Has he though?
No.
A 2006 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited pickup truck conversion for $15,000. It has 92,000 miles. It's got a 5.7 Hemi, Quadra-Track, starts, runs, stops.
I hope cars do that.
Yeah. Well, this guy doesn't have nor want a smartphone, so don't try to sell him your smartphone. Don't text. I'm not glued to the computer, so emails don't get checked often. The best way to get a hold of me is call.
Yes, go.
Is it okay if I like it?
No, you can like it. I'm just very confused by it because it looks not only like a pickup conversion, it looks like a chopped top.
Nah.
No,
I know it's
I think
not.
it's the
but,
high
like,
body line that's probably
Yeah.
confusing you.
These had
It's
low
just-
roofs.
Okay.
I-
Honestly, I don't think it's that bad.
I really like it.
It looks well done, at least.
It
Yeah.
looks well done. I don't like the proportions make me
I think-
uncomfortable.
Yeah, it looks very chunky.
Right. It
Sure.
looks like there's a smaller truck being absorbed.
If the bed were longer, I think it would look better. But
bed were longer and
No.
the wheels were smaller or something.
The wheel wells are
maybe.
too big. The wheels are too big.
nah, none of that's true. Just need to be lowered.
False.
No, here, take your hand. Like
Uh-huh.
you see the body line across the door, right? With,
Right.
like the trim. Imagine that's the bottom of the truck.
Yeah.
Like,
that
cover it
makes
with your
more sense.
hands.
But then it looks
And
like
then
a
that
Ute.
look-
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks more like proper proportions, and then it goes on for another 10 inches.
Sure. I like it as it is. Boy, it's even got like an actual tailgate, huh? The little things in the front have got to go. Those shrimp? What is on the front?
I don't know.
Is that like the Hellcat thing? I don't know.
Does the roof have a weird dip in the middle? Or no, that was just a reflection, I think. It's a weird reflection.
I do think it rounds off in an awkward way,
Those have
but
nods.
yeah. I like the attention to detail of this section. Oh yeah, that definitely does flatten entirely too much. I don't care. I still like it. I like the attention to detail of doing this to the rear bit to make it look a little less odd. I dig it. And it's got a 5.7 in it. It's probably a better thing now than it was as a whole.
What's the bed look like?
Nope.
Never
There's
show it.
disappointingly only these exterior quarter angle pictures. No close-ups of the
It's got,
bodywork or the
it's got
handiwork that went into
topper
it.
clips on it. Oh, those are the
Yeah.
tonneau cover clips. Okay.
Yeah, it's got the little soft thing. Yeah.
Wouldn't that just be a real mind warp if it had like a topper?
A topper made out of what they took off.
Right.
Also, the gas tank is right there,
hmm
or the fill.
I'm sure it's
How do they
under.
make- Okay.
I'm sure. Don't worry about it.
Fine.
You're thinking about it too
Oh.
much.
All the conversions that like you can tell how well it is done by how the bed looks.
True.
This is just weird. It hurts my head.
Maybe that's why I like it. It's just like sour candy. I love sour candy because it hurts me. I like that truck because it hurts me. I drive an Audi and a Kia and a Nissan and a Ford. I like
Nervous
things.
laughter. I'll be honest with you, I forgot what this was. Oh, right. This is just a cool car. $5,000, a 2011 Volvo XC70. And unlike most XCs, this is actually a V70 cross country, but they called it the XC70 for the first time.
What does that mean?
Meaning it isn't.
What does that mean?
Oh, so with Volvos, the XC started out with being like the cross country model,
okay.
which was the wagon, but like with a lift kit.
Gotcha.
Versus now it is more like the crossovers.
Okay.
They started out as crossover SUV things. And these were more like cars turned into SUVs,
Right.
crossover-y things.
I got
They're
you.
the same, but it's different in my head. Anyway, it's in good condition. Runs and drives no issues. He takes it on his long highway drives that are nice and comfortable. $5,000.
Yeah.
185,000 miles. AC works. Clean Texas title. It's in pretty good shape for 180,000 miles.
That's a good buy. I love the HVAC.
automatic.
Always.
Yeah. But look at where the key is.
Oh, yeah. Swedes are silly.
Huh? Maybe I don't need a truck. Maybe I need this thing.
Yeah, I like
You
it from
can
the
get
butt. too.
$5,000. This is real good.
It's
I mean,
got
yeah,
a-
like a, these are very Outback.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sort of
Compatible.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got the
And
5-cylinder
it's got
too.
an inline six.
That's
Oh, it's an
six.
inline 6.
A front-wheel drive
Oh.
inline six.
We're all
Oh,
about
is it not
1.2 liter.
all-wheel drive?
the weird inlines today.
I don't know if this one is all-wheel drive. They did make them all-wheel drive.
Right.
I looked into it. They have like a bunch of different engine options. They even have the turbo, like the T6 is a turbo inline six all-wheel drive. They just don't have a manual. They just automatic.
I mean, for the
'Cause-
kind of car it is,
yeah.
it's fine.
But then look, you have storage under your
Oh, that's so
storage.
nice. Oh, that's such a nice thing to have, like the little compartments.
And it's got like a little gas shock to hold
It's
it
got
up
a
for
gas
you.
strut to keep it open. Like, luxury.
And it's got rails on the side, which I assume are for tying down or something of the nature. I'm
Man, I
sure
kind of
there's-
want this thing.
It's really nice, actually.
Do they want to?
If the engine bay didn't scare me, you got your little trees. It is. I guess this one doesn't have a third row or reverse seat. It's just got a huge boot.
That's what you need. I'm sold.
And I think it looks pretty good too. Like
Oh.
I'm not usually a fan of like the body cladding,
Right?
but
Yeah, I don't love that, but
it being the white and black car, I think it works on this specific car with like the roof rack. Like it just gives it the good look.
and a new car
the-
just got added to Kurt's search list.
And
It-
the
yeah.
Volvo badge on the front has all the blue flaking.
Oh yeah.
Mm. I don't know. Definitely this over one of those Audi all roads.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Only a
I
fool would
looked
buy an
into
Audi.
those, and yeah, they those
How did they make those so ugly too?
ugly and just overly complicated. They look like
Yeah.
the air ride system that always fails.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's just an inline NA 6. So there's not like basic, like as a fundamental, there's not a whole lot going on there. Unless it's got a Haldex, and then you're screwed.
I'm sure. Yeah, if it's an inline 6 front wheel drive, or sorry, if it's an inline 6 transverse all wheel drive, it's going to be a Haldex,
Yeah.
which isn't the worst. They're not
Yeah,
exactly
they-
known to be terrible.
They're not.
They're just not real all wheel drive.
Yeah, and they're not unreliable, or they do break, but like it's completely figured out. So there's all the things to fix them.
Just like Kurt.
Just like me.
No.
Which one is this? Is this number 4 for me?
Sounds
I
like
think
it.
so.
Oh, okay. I know summer's over, but that doesn't mean you can't stop worrying about bees.
Okay, I need you to pronounce this for me.
This is a 1995 Nordskog truck.
I think you got a little something in your throat there. Is it a bee?
Nordskog. Bees. It's got an 8-foot bed. That's bigger than a lot of the trucks I'm looking at.
Does it?
It does need batteries because it is electric.
Oh.
Unless they meant to say inch.
No, those are like
$1,000.
2 4x4 plate
All right.
steel.
Perspective is weird.
Bees.
I think it's a 6-foot bed, but yeah.
Okay, now go back to the side view. Assume those are 12-inch wheels, and then
Okay.
count them.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Wheels, not the
5,
tires.
6.
Anyway, you're ruining this. Count the stripes. That's how many feet. Those stripes are 1 foot apart.
Yes, yeah, that's how you know how old a bee is. It's a very happy bee.
I like that
With
they like.
nostrils.
This offends me.
I like that they painted on a plate too.
Oh, that's pretty good. But they put eyes when it already has eyes.
This is Cars all over again.
It's Wally.
Wally B.
Wally B. Mr. B.
Now it looks like it's 8 feet. Pacific Raceways sign. They stole that shit.
I think they did. That is definitely an highway sign.
That's, yep.
That's a very basic thing right there.
That's not your best find?
This is not my best find.
Oh boy. Oh,
I
jeez.
forgot what my best find
Yeah,
is.
the
but-
Minecraft Merker. He's got the bee, and neither of them are his best find. That's not good.
36 volts, just put a little LiPo battery in there and you're good to go.
Well, oh, okay.
They even include the Wally B brand hand-drawn electrical
Oh,
circuitry.
battery circuitry.
Does it come
Cool.
with a clipboard?
I hope so.
It's got to. I just like imagine like it has that really good squeak to it.
I can
The
hear
car, or the clipboard.
it. The clipboard, like when you pull that back, it's just gonna be like,
And then snap.
yeah, and then you have tetanus. All right. Well, if that wasn't the best find of the week, who knows what Kurt has in store? We must first review last episode's best finds of the week, where Kurt had a weird Mustang. I had a weird Mustang. And ZK had a weird man cave? The winner is Kurt and ZK, I guess.
Oh,
It's a tie.
have we ever had a tie?
I have no idea, but this is a honest to goodness tie. I voted for myself, and it did not help. Kurt with the prototype. I don't remember who made it. It wasn't Panos or anybody like
Was it
that.
Shelby?
No.
No. Well, I think Shelby was like a name they put in there, but it was
Right.
some guy, Steve or something. I don't know.
Steve Shelby.
Well, people just couldn't decide between the weird Mustang or the really disappointing Bang Bus. So they chose both of them. This time around, I have to bring something a little spicier, obviously. So, I've got a 1977 Volkswagen Beetle. It's got a solid frame. It's a little
Solid
bugger
pine?
project. No motor. No, you can't drive it home. All the hard work is done. Let me just repeat that for those watching. All the hard work is done. Won't take much to finish. Price is firm. Don't have time to finish. Lots of parts to go with it. Don't hit me with a lot of questions. What you see is what you get. And what you see is Volkswagen Bug with a wooden RV built through it. Is the best way I could describe it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All the hard work's done. Yep.
I mean, with the price of lumber,
I like the slam bug he slammed and chopped bug.
Yeah, they're obviously a tragic.
Well, yeah, if you have one, you have more than one.
Right.
that is the rule.
I don't think I've ever
All of
seen
them
a
have-
car just on the rims like this either. That's a new one by me.
I don't know if there's a rear axle or anything in there, or if they just kind of rolled the
Yeah,
wheels
there's
under
drums.
there.
There's drums in there.
Oh.
It's there. I gotta say the shape of it, the shape of the woodwork and everything, isn't bad. Like it looks right. It looks like it would
It
be
looks like the historical
neat.
photos I've seen of people made these back in the day.
right. The structuralness of it, I have some questions. It does
Yeah.
not look like it's supporting itself very well. There's already like big gaps in things inside of it. I just don't. I feel like if you actually tried to use this, it would fall apart. I also feel like the driving position might be slightly compromised. Like, I don't think that's gonna work. This was their inspiration. Let's build a VW little bugger. So that's what one looks like completed, apparently. So,
So you say.
right.
Does it
Here's
come with the drill and?
yeah, the Harbor Freight tools. Yeah, just
I Jeffrey is but it was a ass out. What?
what? I Jeffrey built this. It was a pain in the ass, but what?
I don't think Jeff. That's maybe he was dictating.
Oh man, I'm looking around more, and it's getting worse. Like this stuff does not fit. There's zero structure to any of this. This is going to fall apart. It's all plywood too. Like there's no structural lumber holding any of this together. There's no
See any,
like steel.
nails or screws or anything. Did they just glue it?
I think I see screws.
Oh, I see a few on the side there.
Yeah, but it's just screws from like plywood into plywood. Like it's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. It's just a little bugger. Kurt, let's see it. I'm ready.
So, that looked like a house, but it was just a bug.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like a boat, but it's just a car. It's Spokane's boat car, La Bota.
It's an annual tradition now, Kurt.
It is apparently. They keep finding me for $7,500, and all the way out in Spokane, you can get La Bota,
Google
which
it.
is a 2009 92 LeBaron and a 76 Apollo Tri-Hull. It's your chance to own a legend. Not this guy, but La Bota. Google it. They have SEO search engine results on La Bota.
Wait, is that Arnold?
Who?
The man on the
25
boat.
miles a gallon highway? Who knew that boats were aerodynamic?
La Bota has been driven in the sun, rain, snow. Washington, Idaho, Oregon, Montana, Utah, Nevada, and Arizona.
Oh, I thought it was just wide or Montana.
Wide or Montana. Everything works. Power top to AC to the sub in the trunk.
So do you think it's that they couldn't remember the initials for Montana and couldn't figure out how to spell Arizona? Like, why?
Yes.
Well, how did this happen?
They don't charge per character.
Look how happy she
How
is.
much fun you could be having.
Yep, that's a boat cut out over a car, all right.
Mm-hmm. It's famous though, Cone, and
I
it
do
has
like
the
the way it
top
looks
spill.
with the top.
The top up does improve it.
They've got a sticker made out of that picture you just saw.
Oh no.
It's made the rounds in Las Vegas.
That
Yep.
would be fun to valet that.
They took it down
On a
Tucson
drag strip.
Dragway.
Got the propeller still.
All
Oh,
right.
I thought there was a picture. But anyway, yeah, there's like a soft top over the front that then the engine bay is under that they can like pull up, and it's just a LeBaron.
Obviously.
underneath a boat.
Pretty good. That is,
That is
pretty,
pretty
good.
good. Google it.
Just Google it.
Google it. So I think my search algorithm has got messed up because I have for you a 2001 Bluebird bus for $27,500.
Lightning won't strike twice.
Roughly 109,000 miles. Everything works, including the liftgate, and is loaded with 2 new batteries. It will come void of gear, unfortunately, but all displays, lighting, security cameras, onboard music, point of sale system, register, scanner, blah, blah, blah. Full asking price. Also include flex fuel.
Okay.
And you could have your very own mobile music store
What?
by Seawood.
Why would you need a mobile music store?
It's just so you can go to like I don't know, a festival and sell a guitar or something.
Someone's just gonna be so inspired that they're gonna be like,
Think
"Shoot,
of
dang, I'm
Woodstock."
gonna buy me a guitar now." Oh boy,
Yeah, it's quite a thing.
that's quite a thing.
Yeah. I don't have too many pictures of it, but I don't think you really need more than
No.
this.
I've got the visual.
And that drum set there, if I bang on that, is this a bang bus?
That's our show, everybody. Oh boy. Make sure you click on the link in the description to vote on your favorite best find of the week and choose the bang bus. Anything but the bang bus. You're just not allowed to choose that one. It's just not okay.
Bongos on the bang bus.
Okay, don't vote for Kurtz either. Just don't do it.
I think there's some room for a stripper pole. Oh, it's already got one.
Of course it does,
It's
ZK.
a structural stripper pole.
Of course it does. That's our show, everybody. Thank you for viewing this episode of Ranwin Parked or listening on Spotify. This show has been brought to you interruption-free by our incomplete ability to find sponsorship. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.